What's going on, guys? It's Brandon, or teslaflex, and behind me I have a row of Model 3s, but that's not why I'm at Tesla today. I'm actually here to pick up my brand new Model Y launch series in Quicksilver with white interior, and I think I'm one of the first in Colorado to take delivery, so let's get into it. So right here is my 2026 Tesla Model Y long-range all-wheel drive. This is the launch series. This is the Quicksilver paint with the 19-inch cross-flow wheels with the white interior, and I just want to do a quick exterior tour before I get inside. But this has a brand new front bumper right here with a light bar, not a continuous light bar like the Cybertruck, because the turn signals are right here, and it kind of makes sense to have it a separate part in case that fails. Then of course right here we have a front bumper camera, which is really nice to see on the Model Y, really glad. And then we have the front splitter, which it feels a little bit different than the Model 3, a little bit more like rugged, I guess, which is nice. They've kind of improved that over the time. And I guess while I'm up here, I can actually show how to take one of these 19-inch cross-flow wheel covers off. It's pretty easy, actually. You just grab it from the inside right here on each one. There's 5 of these. And much like that, and it pops right out. Pretty easy. You just put it back on, you just line it all back up. Get each side, and then the middle. And it sticks right on. And coming along to the side is pretty much unchanged from the previous Model Y. This looks pretty much the same. This is new. This is gonna be interesting. So when I put my DIY PPF on here, it's gonna be a bit interesting to get up in that crack. And coming to the back, we have a brand new trunk area. So this is actually now a 4-piece trunk compared to like the 2-piece that was before. So these are 2 pieces right here. And then this is a piece right here. It's actually like I think a polycarbonate plastic or something like that. So if this ever gets like messed up, they can just take this piece off and replace it. And right here we have this metal piece, big piece now, because the license plate is right here. So go ahead and pop this open real quick, and of course we have the new indirect light bar, so we can get a way better view of it. So at night it actually kind of has I think they call it the afterburner. Looks pretty cool. And camera, no washer right here, but I think it's higher up so it stays clean. And I'll open this up, and here we have our trunk, a new parcel cover compared to the last generation, which just pops out pretty easily. And the nice part is with the refresh, they actually have this like section right here, so I can just pop this in and close this. I probably put it in wrong, but it kind of hides away, so if you need more space you can. And of course, one of my favorite features so far with the new Model Y is that you can press this and put the seats down, and apparently these are the fastest folding seats in the industry, fastest power folding seats. And I can actually press it again, pull them back up. This was not possible in the last generation. It's like a small thing, but it's just nice to have that convenience. So let's hop inside just for a quick tour, and I can take my first drive and pay. Before we hop inside my new Model Y to check it out, I want to talk about the sponsor of this video, Drive Protected. Drive Protected is your #1 source for DIY paint protection film. And right here you can see my Model 3 Performance. I actually wrapped this with the owner back in June, and I've got to say it has been an amazing wrap. I have had no issues with it, and I want to quickly talk about how easy it is to wrap your Tesla yourself with DIY paint protection film. So Drive Protected has a training academy that essentially gives you all the information you need to do it yourself. They send out every piece for you pre-cut, and if you do mess up any pieces, they have a risk-free guarantee that allows you to get a new piece sent out just as long as you cover the cost of shipping. The best part about this paint protection film is that while it changes the look of my car, it also protects the paint and makes it super easy to clean. If you want to check out Drive Protected, you can go to the description below, and of course use code teslaflex to save 5% on your order. So how about we hop in my new Model Y and check it out for the first time. All right, so let's climb in my Model Y for the first time. I haven't actually paid yet, but they're letting me kind of go through this just to make sure everything's good. So we have the center console, everything looks good right there. Pretty nice. Armrest is there. Got my key cards right here, which I'll probably not even ever use. And of course we have the glove box, just like the Model 3. Actually, this sounds a lot more solid than my Model 3 right there. It's like a deeper click. It's such a tiny thing, but who cares? Right here, my seat's way up in position, but it was have cool seats, and that was solid. That was really solid close for the Model Y. Like my last Model Y would rattle a little bit when I would shut the doors. It was, it was okay, but this is better. So I also noticed right here, there is, this is a micro suede instead of the white that usually comes in white interior. And it was kind of confusing actually, because on the configurator or on the website, it said that only the black interior got the micro suede, but it seems like they put it on a white interior too. And I guess maybe that's just because it's easier to produce the car that way. You don't have to swap pieces for interiors. It makes it, easier production. I'm sure This is only a launch series thing, so when they go back to the regular stuff, it'll be white. But you know, it's a nice little touch. I never really liked that white fabric. Of course, we have our wireless chargers, and if you look really closely, it says launch series right here. It's just like kind of written on there. It's not engraved or anything. Seats are pretty comfortable. As soon as I actually pay for the car, I'll be able to have my seat, everything all load in there. So why don't we just real quick hop inside, we can pay for this car real quick. So buying a Tesla is actually super easy. I'll show you just the quick process of how it's done. So you order the car, and then you have the Tesla app, and everything is done through the app, except like a couple things for Colorado. So you start by entering your registration, and then you get any incentives, so like the federal tax credit, if that's still available when you're watching this video. And in Colorado, they have a rebate, which can be applied at point of sale as well. And then you have your trade-in, if you're trading in a car. Like if I wanted to trade the Model 3 in, I could just do that right through the app. It's pretty easy. You take pictures, submit everything, but I'm not doing a trade-in. And then financing, I'm actually leasing this Model Y instead of buying it, and I can explain later in the video. And then schedule the delivery appointment once you get their VIN, and then you do the insurance. And I'm actually using Tesla insurance, which is pretty nice because it's just all through the Tesla app. So I just clicked like 4 buttons and I was good to go. And then the final payment, which should be step 9, but it's step 7. And then any agreements. So a lot of paperwork is signed through the Tesla app now, which is great. And then of course, delivery date. And usually when you do these deliveries, I do these a little bit differently, but most of the time when you buy a Tesla, you don't actually have to really go talk to anyone for that long. You kind of just walk here, you say I'm here, you do all your stuff, and then you find the car, you can just get it and go. So I'll go ahead and make my final payment. I'm actually using referral credits, and I appreciate everyone that has used my referral. Thank you so much, guys. Like, this wouldn't be possible without you. I'm putting $8,824 down, and that is all through Tesla credits. So I just click apply my Tesla credits. Dang. So yeah, it just took it immediately. And Mountain Dew, $0, and then I can go ahead and accept delivery. So click continue. I've located my vehicle, because this would be an express pickup, so I would just be walking up and finding it. I think we're good. I don't know if there's anything else I need to add on there. From my end, everything's done, so let me just go and fill out the rest of the paperwork, and I'll be back. All right, guys, so I just accepted delivery of the Model Y. Really cool thing about when you have a Tesla or you just have a Tesla account ready, all my information is on the car, so there's no setup. My profile is here. So I put on my brake, if I can actually go into my profile. I guess that didn't save fully, maybe it did. And then right here, I can go set the phone key by tapping right here. And we have a phone key, pair right here, and we're set. Right in the app, very cool. I have 4 miles, that's nice. So this came right out the line. This one's gonna turn my speed offset to 40%, that's way too much. Oh, 10%. But yeah, we are inside the Model Y. Maybe I can turn the wheel now, play with the stock a little bit. I'm kind of a stock hater, but I'll live. But yeah, everything's pretty much set up. I can go ahead and just like adjust my seat. Oh, adjust this for sure. What the heck? It actually saved my my lighting for my Model 3. So that'll be kind of interesting. Whatever lighting I have in the Model 3 will be in the Model Y. Oh, actually, yeah, FSD. So we are on version 13.2.8. So same version as my Model 3 actually. And then we have full self-driving included package, acceleration boost included package, and then premium connectivity. They're not giving you anything free there. So I get 1 month free, but I actually have some old referral credits from a previous program that I'll use to get a year of free premium connectivity. So pretty good deal. But why don't we just go drive this around a little bit, just see how it feels. So I'm in the new Model Y, or my new Model Y for the first time. Let's see. Turn signal, that was, you know, pretty easy. It's nice to have that there. Visibility is not great. I got some people on the way. All right, we are on the road now. Maybe I can give it a little bit of a launch. Woo! That was nice. 4.1 seconds, 0 to 60. Obviously, I can't go a whole 60 here. I can go ahead and enable full self-driving right off the bat. So that's nice. That's a new process they do. And I think even my Model 3 had that. Turn signal, I can use that. It honestly kind of feels weird. It's just like a very solid, like down or down. There's no click. It's just down or up. Even like compared to my Model Y, my last Model Y, this just feels so different. I don't feel the road at all. Like I can kind of hear it, but that's so much quieter than my last Model Y was. Smooth and full self-driving. If you look closely, you can kind of see they like display the afterburner thing, but this is just like the refreshed Model 3. Pretty much same screen, same console, same dashboard, almost, just besides this little stitching right here, which is a nice touch, I would say. Different door panels. Honestly, the white interior doesn't feel like obnoxious now, because this used to be like the white material on there, and that was just annoying when the sun hit it. But now the sun hits it and I don't see anything. I see outside the window. The lighting right here, I was kind of confused when they like released the Model Y with this like smaller lighting than the Model 3. But I noticed like it's like a different type of strip, because I noticed on my Model 3, and I've even seen on the Cybertruck, like on Kyle's Cybertruck, the LED part, like the plastic part is like all cracked. So I think that was an issue they had with the early Model 3s and even like a Cybertruck. So it's nice that they've actually like changed the design to take care of that issue. But I don't hear any rattles, no creaks really. The seats are pretty comfortable. I'm used to the Model 3 sport bucket seats, but you know, just on the Model Y, these are pretty comfortable. And I don't really feel like I'd want those on a Model Y anyway, because it's not really like a performance car. Even if like the Model Y Performance was there.
There's a rattle.
It's like a minor rattle, but it could just be something in here. Who knows, honestly. I can't really tell where that little rattle's coming from. Interesting, okay. So that's good to know. I mean, this is like probably one of the very first ones built, so it's not really surprising that there's some minor issues, but you know, I can get that fixed pretty easily, and I'll be able to put that in the Tesla app and note that, you know, it's rattling a little bit, and it might take a little bit to get the part in, but they'll take care of it. And that's the nice thing about Tesla, is if you tell them there's an issue, they'll take care of the issue. So I'm really noticing that this is just a lot quieter inside than the previous Model Y, and that's like the biggest difference I've noticed, because the old Model Y, it only had the double pane glass on the front windows, and just the car in general was a little bit more, like it was, they were building it off of the first generation Model Y platform, and that has been around since 2020. So it makes sense that that early one definitely had some issues, because it was, you know, a brand new vehicle, and Tesla really had to just pump them out, and they've done a great job, and they've improved over the years. But this is probably the biggest improvement I've noticed, even bigger than my Model 3, because the Model 3 was like pretty quiet in general, but now like this compared to the Highland Model 3 is very noticeable. Besides that little, like, I don't know, a little tiny rattle in the dash piece, not a big deal. And it just feels so much smoother on the road. Like, I'm going on all these bumps right now on the road. If you look right there, you can see like there's a bump like every 10 feet. And it doesn't feel like the Model Y did, my last Model Y. And while I guess the performance one I had the 21-inch wheels, I definitely feel more of a difference between the two of them, but I would say it's still like very, very solid. And you know, I'm glad that they've taken the time to improve their best product. There was some, maybe it's like some small misses, like they could have had an 800 volt battery, 48 volt medium voltage system, but you know, the Model S and Model X don't even have that yet, so I wouldn't be surprised to see that later this year. But the Model Y is going to be a couple of years before it gets that, I think. But overall, I'd say, is this launch series worth buying? For most people, probably not, just because it's pretty expensive. And if you want every single option, like if you're already going to buy full self-driving, already going to get expensive paint, already going to upgrade the interior, get a tow hitch, then it might be worth it. But if you're just wanting a good price Tesla, then I'd probably wait a little bit. But if you're wondering right now, should you buy a discounted 2024 or 2025 Model Y that's pre-refresh, or if you should wait and get the standard versions of this, I would probably say wait. And I said that about the Model 3 too when I got the refresh. Like it was definitely worth waiting for that over just getting a car, which I know like some people don't care about really much what the car does, but this is going to hold its value much longer than the previous generation one will. And while most of them, I guess anything from 2023, June 2023 and on, have hardware 4, in that sense they'll be good with full self-driving updates, but they don't have a front bumper camera like this, which I can just pop open, and if it gets dirty, I can just clean it, which is really nice. Like, only the Cybertruck has this, so it's nice they've added it. And I don't know if the park assist actually takes account for that yet, but it just feels like a different car. Like, there's a huge...
Oh my gosh.
I don't know. I went over that pretty fast, and I slowed down a little bit, but like, that was still like my last Model Y would have been like boom, boom. Yeah, that was a big bump, but like, it handled it pretty well. Like, I would hear like rattles in my last Model Y if I did that kind of bump. So I'm in this parking lot right now. I'm about to finish up this drive, but I'm noticing like this is turning a lot better. Like, isn't the turning circle like a little bit better, or something about this is better with the turns? It doesn't feel like I'm driving a boat going like this way and this way. It's pretty smooth overall. Like, last Model Y would really have some issues, but they've done some good job improving this, so I think this was worth it. I probably would not buy it just because of the price right now, but I would lease it, and leasing it is probably a good deal, especially because you can actually buy Teslas out of their leases now. Here, actually, I'm gonna try something. I haven't parked forward in so long because it's kind of annoying to see, but if I just pull in, front bumper camera allows me to see pretty much. Oh, you know, it does seem a little bit more accurate, even though it's telling me to stop like right there when I don't have like all that extra space. But hey, now I know I can fully pull into a parking spot, even though I always back in anyway, without having to hit anything. So pretty cool. gotta say, like, I'm impressed with this Model Y. I'm really excited. I'll have a ton of more videos, more long form, more short form, so be on the lookout for those, and let's head back and finish up this video. All right guys, we just finished up my first drive with the Launch Series Model Y, and I have a few plans for this. So the first plan is to do a stealth paint protection film from Dry Protected. They're in the description below if you want to check them out. And then I'll also have some Martian wheels on here eventually after any of the range tests like how these are done. And of course, I'll have a ton of short form and long form content coming about my Launch Series Model Y, and I'll still have my Model 3 content as usual. So let me know in the comments if you have any questions about the Launch Series Model Y, and I can reply to those with some shorts or put that in the future long form videos. Thanks again guys for watching this video, and thanks again guys for 1.2 million subscribers on YouTube. That is an insane number, and thank you everyone for supporting me over the last almost 6 years on social media. Everything that you guys have done, watched my videos, liked, commented, subscribed, has all led to this moment, so I thank you guys so much. Thanks again guys for watching this video. I'll see you in the next one.